Good morning, everyone. My name is Rich Miller, and I would like to welcome you to the Unity of the Valley Sunday morning worship service for November 1st. Wow, November already. So, for our opening song, we're going to do I Am Blessed, and the lyrics will be on the screen. There they are. Um, this is modified a little bit from the original in keeping with the theme for today. And so you'll see that instead of just modifying one word, the word blessed, I've actually taken the liberty to put together several words to underscore our focus for today. So I'm sure you know this song. Let's go ahead and do it. I am blessed, I am blessed, every day of my life. I am blessed when I wake up in the morning or lay my head to rest. I am blessed, I am blessed. I recall, I recall every day of my life. I remember and recall all the blessings of my life, whether big or very small. I recall, I recall, I release, I release, I release every day of my life. I let go and I release everything that doesn't serve me or serve my family. I release, I release. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful every day of my life. I am filled with gratitude for the many blessings in my life and future blessings too. I am grateful, I am grateful. Back to the top. I am blessed, I am blessed every day of my life. I am blessed when I wake up in the morning or lay my head to rest. I am blessed, I am blessed, I am blessed, I am blessed. Oh yeah, welcome.
Yes, we are blessed, aren't we? Good morning. Thank you for joining Unity of the Valley's Sunday Cyber Service. I'm Mark Sowell, and I'll be your service leader today. This morning, we welcome back one of our favorite guest musicians, Rich Miller. Rich, thank you for joining us. We greatly appreciate our musicians and our speakers are willing and able to join us on Zoom until we can return to our beautiful center. As you can see, I'm wearing orange. I don't want to let Halloween go by without celebrating Halloween. With that being yesterday, I'm going to give you a few of my cute Halloween jokes, and bear with me because these came from my son. So, what do ghosts eat for supper? Spaghetti. Spaghetti. Why didn't the skeleton cross the road? He didn't have the guts. And what room does the ghost not need? Well, certainly it's the living room. So those are my Halloween jokes for you. We're also blessed to have several volunteers who make this service digitally happen each Sunday. Let me introduce you to those who are sharing the light this morning. Sherry Johnson is serving as our daily word reader this morning, as well as delivering our prayer box blessing and leading our affirmations. Special thanks to Deanna Reese, who's created the beautiful slides, and Tina Reynoso, who is showing them, and to Catherine Belisle, who is handling back-end Zoom matters to ensure that our service goes smoothly. We appreciate everyone's unique contribution. A few reminders for you. Unless you have a role in today's service, please keep your microphone on mute until the end. If you multitask while you're watching the service, please do turn off your video so not to distract the other viewers. Those controls are on your lower left-hand corner of your Zoom screen. Finally, please refrain from using the chat feature during the service. Now, let's get comfortable, tune out the distractions, and let in the love and light. After the service, you're welcome to stay on to say hello to other Unity members and guests during our online social time. Your mics will then be unmuted. I'd like to introduce our speaker now as not to interrupt the flow of our meditation for later. Once again, we're blessed to have our good friend, Barb Crist, with us. Many of you know and love Barb, and she's given many of our service messages, both in person and on Zoom. In case you're new today, I'll tell you a bit about her. Barb has been doing a longtime member of Unity of the Valley and has served as Unity leader, youth sponsor for the teens, prayer chaplain director, and class facilitator. She became a licensed Unity teacher in 2009 with the emphasis in pastoral care, and later, for over a year, she served as spiritual leader of Unity of the Valley. Outside Unity, she has facilitated classes for the Minnesota chapter of the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and she's also a certified forgiveness facilitator through the Psychosenesis Institute. That's a tough one to say, Barb. Um, Today, Barb's theme is remember and release. She'll address what we can learn and how we can deepen our spiritual life by examining some of the teachings and traditions from this time of year. Welcome, Barb. We look forward to hearing your message. At this time, we'd like to introduce and welcome anyone who's watching our Zoom Sunday broadcast for the first time. Please join me in this special blessing. We offer you peace, love, and friendship. We bless you, and we're glad you're here. It's now time for the reading of the daily word, followed by the blessing of the prayer box and the reading of our affirmations.
Good morning. Moving further into spirit with the word. The daily word for today is remember. I bless the people whose lives have touched mine. Grandparents, parents, siblings, members of my extended family, teachers, friends, co-workers, everyone I've known has, by his or her example, helped me feel more deeply what it means to be human. Some have encouraged my curiosity, some have taught me life skills, some have modeled positive attitudes and behaviors, some have loved me fully and unselfishly, and more have helped me learn to love even when loving felt difficult. Today, I remember the people whose lives have touched mine. I pause to think kindly of each one as I savor memories we spent together. Whether we're still in one another's lives, have lost touch, or are separated by death, I know the experiences we have shared continue to enrich our lives and deeply bless us on our spiritual journey. The Bible verse for today is, I remember you always in my prayers. Romans 1:9. The word for today, remember. This prayer box holds an infinite number of virtual prayers. So I invite you to silently add your own name and the names of anyone in your heart or on your mind who may need prayer support. These virtual prayers are known and will be addressed by the infinite. We know that the truth behind all appearance of disharmony is the divine and perfect presence of the infinite, which we call God. We call forth within all the people the wisdom and strength, the love and peace, the wholeness and vitality of this perfect presence. We affirm that the requests in our prayer box and in our hearts and on our minds are resolved in divine timing for the highest good of all concerned. We send love and light not only to these people, but to our country, our community, and our world. May the love of God enfold us, the peace of God uphold us. May the love of God inspire us and help us know in our hearts that it is well. And so it is.
We got the affirmation for today. If Tina, if you could put that up.
Join me for the affirmation for the day. I live in the divine flow of life. The one power, the one presence expresses as me in every moment of every day. And the affirmation for our spiritual center. We give thanks that Unity of the Valley is a prosperous, thriving, inspired, connected community. We are growing spiritually and manifesting our dreams and goals in an energy of love, peace, and joy. Amen.
Let us prepare for meditation. We are all always whole. We are all always whole. In spirit and truth, body and soul. We are all always whole. We are all always whole. We are all always whole. In spirit and truth, body and soul, we are all always whole.
That was lovely. Let's prepare ourselves now for meditation. Please move into a comfortable position and close your eyes. Relax your shoulders and relax your face. Let your hands fall open so that nothing about you is strained or tense. Just relax. And we move into a quiet, peaceful place by taking a few slow breaths, breathing in the love of God, breathing out the love of God. Breathing in the love of God and breathing out the love of God. Let go of worry. Let go of thoughts. Let go. There's nowhere else to be. Nothing to remember or plan. Just let go of everything that's come before this moment, this quiet moment in meditation. I invite you to consider my voice now as if it's your own inner voice. When I quiet my thoughts, I become peaceful and calm. I give myself the gift of this sacred space, resting fully in the one presence and one power. I open my heart to spirit and I release everything into God's care. In this moment, I know that nothing can disturb the deep peace of my soul. In this moment, I am whole and I am loved. And just as Myrtle Fillmore taught, I bless my body, every muscle, bone, tissue, and organ of my body. The breath of life renews every little cell, every little cell. I allow this perfect energy to restore me from my toes, up through my legs, through my chest, my arms, my head, throughout my whole body. I'm refreshed and renewed by this healing energy. I'm strong and whole, and I affirm my vibrant health and well-being. I'm one with all creation. Divine mind surrounds me and includes me. I'm able to release and let go and trust Spirit to guide me as I rest for a moment now in the silence. I'm grateful for the good in my life. Every moment of every day is an opportunity to give thanks. Thanks for all my blessings, for my friends and family, for this spiritual community, for my health and safety. I'm centered and grounded here and now in peace and in the presence of Spirit. With love and appreciation, I send out a blessing of love out into the world, radiating kindness and compassion and peace to all people. And so it is. Amen.
That was wonderful, Barb. Thank you. Move into the light. Step out of the shadow. Move into the warmth of the light. You've been waiting in the wings, holding back your heart. Now's the time to start to move into the light. I know I lived a life like a lamb in the fold. I did what I was told, afraid of being bold. Then one day I lost my way and I found myself alone. And I cried out loud, if there's a God, tell me how do I get home? I heard move into the light, step out of the shadow, move into the warmth of the light. You've been waiting in the wings, holding back your heart. Now's the time to start to move into the light. Like you, I've known a time of deep, dark despair, when no one seemed to care, like I wasn't even there. Then one night I had a dream, and I heard a clear voice remind me that to get to God I just had to make the choice to move into the light, step out of the shadow, move into the warmth of the light. You've been waiting in the wings, holding back your heart. Now's the time to start to move into the light. So many times you didn't know which way to go. You wondered if it showed, but you didn't really know. helps you understand. Now you must seize each moment and do all that you can, and do all that you can, and move into the light. Step out of the shadow and move into the warmth of the light. You've been waiting in the wings, holding back your heart. Now's the time to start to move into the light. Well, it's your compass for truth you can hold in your sight. When you learn to keep your focus on the source of the light, you gotta never give up. You gotta constantly try. You gotta keep your heart open and filled with the light. Never give up, constantly try. Find a new way, let the old habits die. Just come from the heart, bid goodbye to the dark. Look for and find, and then a move into the light. Oh, move into the light. Thank you.
Thanks, Rich. That was great. I love your songs this morning. Thank you so much. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's really nice to be with you again this morning. I'm glad to see you. We all got an extra hour of sleep last night, hopefully. Daylight savings time, so it's kind of a signal that winter's on the way, unfortunately, but we had that big wallop of snow a couple weeks ago, and now we get fall again, though. So I hope you all get outside and enjoy the warm weather that's coming our way. You know, Halloween, thanks, Mark, for those jokes earlier. Those were cute. But Halloween was a little bit different this year, I think. So much about life is different this year. I recently read a short essay by a woman named Diane St. Laurent. It was called Halloween Heroes. Diane was a mom to 5-year-old twins and then another little toddler. And it was a few days before Halloween, and her little girls were excited, like most of our children have been, in their costumes and playing way ahead of Halloween. So she had arranged that day, as they were playing, for someone else to come and take care of them because she had an oncology appointment to go to. She was recovering from ovarian cancer. And on that particular day, she needed to get some follow-up blood work done. But at the last minute, her babysitter called and canceled. Diane was feeling very tired and alone and vulnerable, as you can imagine. She thought about asking a friend or family member to help out with the kids, but it was so last minute. And she also felt a little bit like they had all given so much support in the last year, helping her during chemotherapy and after her surgeries. So she decided to take the girls with her. So that she loaded them in the car and they drove off to the doctor's office. The waiting room was packed. It was really full of people. One of the people in the waiting room was an older woman in a wheelchair who had her personal attendant along with her. Diane's littlest girl, who was barely over a year and dressed in an angel costume, toddled over to this old woman in the wheelchair and said, "Tweet." She was too little to say trick or treat, so she said, "Tweet." I just imagine how sweet that was. Anyway, this older woman asked her attendant to wheel her over to the vending machines, and she bought 3 candy bars for Diane's 3 daughters. Well, that started a run on the machine. So everybody in the waiting room started to buy chips and treats and candies for these little girls. And there was this new cheerful energy in the waiting room. Strangers displaying acts of kindness. even while they were waiting to receive medical attention for their own health issues. It was just what Diane needed, a treat for her too. And it's a treat for us to hear this story. It's really good to know that people care about children and strangers. People are kind. Good things happen every day. We don't get to hear so much about the good things lately, do we? Yesterday, I heard a story on the radio that made me cry. And not a sad cry, but just a heart-touching cry, sweet cry. It was a story that really opened my heart. On October 20th, the day that we got 7 or 8 inches of snow here, there was something amazing going on in Houston, Texas. It was a liver swap, a transplant. 30 hours of surgery, 5 donors, 5 recipients of brand new livers, 80 doctors, nurses, and technicians doing this incredible work during a pandemic. Liver swaps are just, I think, the ultimate act of kindness. It was something like a recipient's cousin donated a liver to someone else, and that person's spouse donated a liver, and they all kind of passed them on to the recipient that's the best match. So people are kind. They do very loving things for one another. Amazing and good things happen every day. I did a little research about the holidays that are in November. We all know about Thanksgiving, of course, but did you know that today is Give Up Your Shoulds Day? It is. And today is World Vegan Day. It's also National Authors Day, National Brush Day, as in brush your teeth, that's good for you. It's National Calzone Day, you know, those pizza things. It's National Cook for Your Pets Day. Really, truly. But here's my favorite. It's not today, but it's the first Thursday of November. Wait for it. It's National Men Make Dinner Day. I like that. It's true. It's been going on for 20 years. It's not fair to throw in a frozen pizza either, I guess. It makes me think that we can create any kind of holiday we want. What holiday would you like to create? National No Advertising Day, maybe. Anyway, November 1st, that's today, is the Day of the Children. Catholics call it All Saints' Day. And November 2nd, tomorrow, is the Day of the Dead. Catholics call that day the All Souls' Day. The roots for these two holidays are deep. They go back over 3,000 years, maybe more. And the origins are kind of sketchy. We don't really know. They're not completely clear. It may have begun with Aztecs and indigenous people in the areas that are now Mexico and Central America. When the Spanish conquistadors came in and took over those areas, they eventually brought in missionaries and they merged many native traditions into the Catholic faith. In Europe, the same thing happened. There were ancient pagan rituals honoring the dead with feasting and bonfires and dancing. And the Roman Catholic Church incorporated those celebrations into All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day. Some people who celebrate the Day of the Dead believe that spirits of the dead come back to spend the day with them. Others see it as an opportunity to remember and celebrate their loved ones, the lives of the loved ones who have passed, and to keep space in their hearts for those loved ones. You know, the Day of the Dead rituals are not sad or mournful. They're beautiful and joyful, and they're celebrations and healing rituals to honor the dead. People go to cemeteries and they clean up the tombs and and the grave sites. They may even paint them. They create beautiful altars and light candles, and some people even stay all night at the grave sites of their loved ones. The altars have a name, ofrenda, and we can create them in your home or out of doors. You've probably seen some of them with bright colors, a lot of times marigolds or orange flowers or beautiful flowers. There's usually photographs and candles and things that the person had in their life, little mementos. And sometimes people even prepare the food that their loved ones used to love to eat. I'd have to make popcorn for my dad. Day of the Dead festivals and celebrations are really gaining popularity in many countries around the world. They used to be just kind of in rural areas, but now they're moving into the cities and people are embracing them. I read that the cemeteries in the Philippines are actually closed today through November 4th, and they want to avoid large crowds during the pandemic, so they won't let you go to visit your dead relatives and friends. The tradition of adding favorite foods to the altars reminds me of spirit plates. In some of the Native American traditions here in our country, a plate of food is placed outside at a feast or a gathering in honor to give thanks to our Creator and honor our Creator. It's a physical prayer of thanksgiving and gratitude. I like to remember to do that on Thanksgiving, and I don't always remember, but I hope I will this year. Another big holiday in November is Remembrance Day, also called Poppy Day or Armistice Day, established to commemorate all the people in the armed forces who died in World War I. And later, November 11th, became dedicated to world peace and honored World War I vets and World War II vets. It's a holiday in many countries, not just ours. And then our Veterans Day also comes on November 11th now. Veterans Day is a day for Americans to remember and honor people who have served in our armed forces, people who have given so much to protect us and our country. So we're really grateful to our vets. And if there's any vets out there today listening or watching, we just all want to say thank you. Thank you very much for your service. So there's a lot of celebrating and remembering this month. The daily word, Sherry, thank you, is remember. And the affirmation from the daily word is, I bless the people whose lives have touched mine. You know, the flip side is true too. People whose lives have touched mine have blessed me beyond measure, and I'm grateful for them. Years back, I think 10, 12 years ago, Audrey and the prayer chaplains and I would create remembrance services at Unity of the Valley. Some of you maybe were there. We had these sacred times in the evening where we would get together and remember the loved ones, our loved ones who had passed. If we were together this morning at Unity of the Valley, we would have created a beautiful altar in remembrance of our loved ones. I'm thinking of Mary and some of the people from our community who we've lost. And yeah. But since we're not together in person, I'm suggesting that we create our own altars at home. I'm planning to create one tonight for my loved ones on my dining room table so I can look at it while I'm eating. I'll put out some photographs and candles and a vase of flowers, and I'll find maybe a poem or some written words that I can read. This has been such a difficult year with a pandemic, so I kind of, and racial tensions and just everything going on. I kind of want to acknowledge that too on my altar. So I'll include a prayer to represent all the people who have died in this pandemic and for people who have died in racial violence. One idea I had was to write names on small pieces of paper and place them into a pretty bowl on the table. And as I write each name, I'll recall a special memory about that person, what I learned from them, what I appreciated about them, or how their life or death impacted me this year. Death is a natural part of our human existence. And I think it's an important thing for me to remember, maybe for you too, that I don't have to go into a place of grief or big, deep sadness in doing this. I can be grateful and create an experience that honors the good times and the great love and light and the lessons that these people have brought into my life. I can make it a celebration of life. Another thing I thought to do is include the music that our loved ones enjoyed. My brother liked Johnny Cash. My mom and dad loved swing and big band music, and that would be really fun to play tonight. November is a time for remembering. It's also a time of release. According to Charles Fillmore's 12 Power Teachings, the power for the month is elimination. Releasing, removing, and letting go can be just a really important spiritual practice. From the physical release of letting go of things we don't need anymore, old clothes and worn out furniture and all the extra junk in our closets and drawers, to the mental work of letting go of thoughts of worry and fear, releasing those internal stumbling blocks that have sort of become unconscious habits, letting go of the beliefs that we've outgrown, letting go of our addictions. How does this make you feel? How about letting go of the election and releasing attachment to the polarization in our country, letting go of worry about the future, letting go of outcomes. An old friend used to tell me, you can plan an event, but you can't control the outcome. So we make plans and then we let go. Just write down what's bothering you, what you need help with, what you'd like to see happen, and then fold up that little piece of paper and put it in your Bible or put it in your God box. And then just turn it over to God. Let go. When we clear out the clutter in our homes and in our minds and in our hearts, we make room for fresh air, for fresh ideas, for fresh starts. The act of releasing opens up the way for God's good in our life, God's good to circulate, breathing in God's love, breathing out God's love. Charles and Myrtle Fillmore had a son. I think they had 3 sons, but Lowell Fillmore wrote these words about letting go. When for a purpose I had prayed and prayed and prayed, until my words seemed worn and bare with arduous use. I had knocked and asked again, and all my fervor and persistence brought no hope. I paused to give my weary brain a rest and ceased my anxious human cry. In that still moment, after the self had tried and failed, there came a glorious vision of God's power, and lo, my prayer was answered in that hour. The answer is God. Let go and let God. We can trust that wisdom. And then in a few weeks, it will be Thanksgiving. Our holiday plans are bound to be different this year. This has been difficult and challenging this year. People have been sick Over 250,000 Americans have died of this pandemic. Plans have been changed and canceled. There's just so much that we're having to live through. Each of us has had unique challenges to face this year. And it might feel like a really big stretch to make room in our hearts for gratitude. But November is a month for giving thanks. Maybe this year we could start a new tradition of sending Thanksgiving cards, just like we send Christmas cards. We could tell our friends how much we appreciate them and how much they mean to us and how much we miss seeing them. Expressing our gratitude is actually giving our blessing out to others. All these holidays, some we don't even know about, but many that we do, they shape us. We grow up with them. They're part of us. They affect how we experience people and the world around us. And when we are awake and conscious about observing these holidays, they provide a pathway to deepen our spiritual life. So November is a month for remembering the people we love, remembering the people who have served our country and people who have died protecting us. It's a month for letting go of what we no longer need in our lives, releasing what no longer serves us. And it's a month of gratitude, giving thanks for the many, many, many blessings in our lives, finding the good in each day. Remember, release, and give thanks. Remember, release, and give thanks. Focus on these things this month and let God take care of the rest. May you be filled with peace and blessings. And so it is.
Thank you, Barb. I had another song planned for right now, but now that I've heard your talk, I have to do this one, and I haven't done it in a while. But I hope you'll all bear with me as I try to remember how it goes. So we'll try it here. Let go and let God live your life with you. Share the love of God in each thing you do. See the morning sun as a brand new start, and let go and let God into your heart. The love that you give comes right back to you. When you're feeling sad, love can pull you through. Loving when you hurt is the hardest part. Just let go and let God into your heart. Love can be so healing when it comes straight from the heart. The benefits are greater than you know. Limitless in power, a gift direct from God. The secret is with an open heart to let love freely flow. And give thanks for all things God has given you. Act as if your dreams will soon all come true. Seeing love in all is a special art. Love can be so healing when it comes straight from the heart. The benefits are greater than you know. Limitless in power, a gift direct from God. The secret is with an open heart to let love freely flow and give thanks for all things God has given you. Act as if your dreams will soon all come true. Seeing love in all is a special art. So let go and let God into your heart. Let go and then let go and let God. Let go and let God. Let go and let God into your heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Rich. Always great music, but one thing about Rich's music is you don't want to just lull yourself. Listen to those words because they're always meaningful. Thank you so much, Rich.
Thank you.
And Barb, remember, release, and give thanks. Great messages, great information. Who knew that there was that many holidays this month? I think there should be another holiday. It should be for Wednesday, the day after election, celebrating no more political ads. I don't care what your affiliation is. We can all be glad that that stuff is done. So there should be a holiday for that one too. All right. In this time of COVID and Zoom, we still have considerable expenses to maintain our beautiful center in anticipation of our eventual return. All of us who are fond of and connected to Unity of the Valley are immensely grateful for your monetary contributions to keep our spiritual community going and thriving, as well as your participation in our services. We affirm the natural expansion of our own prosperity as well as that of Unity of the Valley as we give our time, talents, and treasure with the high vibration of gratitude and an open heart. Let's read the love offering affirmation together, and then you'll have time during a musical interlude to consider your love offering. You may take your contribution after the service either by mailing a check to the center or via the donate button on our website. We thank you in advance for your contributions. Together, divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am.
My gift goes forth on the wings of love, and it lands where it can. Heal and bless, it returns to me, multiplied 1,000-fold, as the universe says yes, yes, as the universe says yes. My gift goes forth on the wings of love, and it lands where it can. Heal and bless, it returns to me, multiplied 1,000-fold, as the universe says yes, yes, as the universe says yes.
Now I invite everyone to join me in blessing all contributions and good of any kind so generously given to Unity of the Valley this week. Together, we affirm that God is our source and we are the channels. We bless these gifts given in love that serve our spiritual family and flow out into our community and beyond. We are prosperous and blessed with abundant good. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. We have a few short reminders. Please see the weekly buzz or our website for more details. First, at 11 a.m. Tuesday, you're invited to join one of our prayer chaplains live on Unity of the Valley's Facebook page for a guided and silent meditation that's simultaneously being offered at Unity Village and other centers. Second, every Wednesday via Zoom from 7 to 8:15 p.m., you may join Lynn Woodland's Miracles course for a donation of any amount to Unity of the Valley per class. The donate button is on our website, and on the Zoom link for classes is under the classes tab and also in the weekly buzz. This month, Catherine Belisle, monthly max meditation of guided and silent meditation plus visualization will be Monday, November 23rd from 7 to 8 p.m. The love offering of $10 while we're meeting online goes to our center. Thank you again, Catherine. Deborah Engel's 5 classes are available as individual recordings for $15 each, and now for a special price of all 5 recordings for only $50, which is a substantial savings of $25. Again, please check out the Buzz or website for details and to register or to order. Lastly, we encourage you to stay with us on Sundays. We have got a fabulous lineup of speakers and musicians the rest of the Sundays in November to follow the wonderful duo we had today. For the next 2 Sundays, we'll be both entertained and inspired by 2 excellent singers we've engaged for the Friday night concert series. Denise Rosier will be with us in both musician and speaker on the 8th, and Faith Rivera on the 15th. Then on November 22nd, Deborah Engel will be back for our pre-Thanksgiving service with Claire Vanderkramer as our musician. The month wraps up on the 29th with speaker Nuri Hassamani, the author of Infinite Mind, and another of our much-loved musicians, Rachel Holder Henning. You don't want to miss Unity of the Valley's November Zoom series. Be there or be square. All right, if you don't receive the weekly buzz and would like to, you can opt in on our website, unityofthevalley.mn.org, or email us at info@unityofthevalley.mn.org. You may submit prayer requests to our prayer chaplains, at the same email, or ask for a prayer chaplain to call you. We also encourage you to subscribe to our Unity of the Valley YouTube channel, like our Unity of the Valley Facebook page, and visit our website to learn more about us. Let's now say our beautiful prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds me. I am that light. The love of God enfolds me. I am that love. The power of God protects me. I am that power. The presence of God watches over me. I am that presence. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever God is, I am. And all is well. Finally, my quote for the week. And first of all, that picture on the left, I'm going to have some of these worked in. This is from Temperance River up in Duluth when I was up there 2 weeks ago. If you don't recognize it, I took that picture myself. It almost looks like it comes professionally done from or fake or something. It's so awesome. I was so pleased. Look back, and this quote is good for this week, especially with all that's going on. Look back and be grateful. Look ahead and be hopeful. Look around and be helpful. And please, if I know I shouldn't have to say this to this group, but if you haven't, please go vote. Vote like your life depends on it. So thank you again for joining us today. Please be well and stay connected with Unity. If you'd like to be part of the Zoom social after the service, just stay logged in on this meeting and say hi to your Unity friends and guests. Be happy, stay healthy, and let's join Rich in our closing gratitude song.
All right, so as you can see, this song comes from the chant ministry of Unity North, and it's all about being grateful. And the verses are basically the same except for that 4th word. First we'll sing being grateful, and then peaceful, and then joyful, and then we'll repeat with grateful. We'll top it all off. So here's how that goes. Here we go. I've got a grateful feeling in my heart. I'm in the flow of everlasting abundance. I'm in tune with the vibration of appreciation, singing my gratitude song. All right, peaceful. I've got a peaceful feeling in my heart. I'm in the flow of everlasting abundance. I'm in tune with the vibration of appreciation, singing my gratitude song. joyful. I've got a joyful feeling in my heart. I'm in the flow of everlasting abundance. I'm in tune with the vibration of appreciation, singing my gratitude song. Here we go one more time for grateful now. I've got a grateful feeling in my heart. I'm in the flow of everlasting abundance. I'm in tune with the vibration of appreciation, singing my grateful gratitude song. Yeah, have a blessed day, everyone.